Alright guys, hello and welcome to another Battles 2 video. Today we're back with Aliens Rock, playing some more game serial. And this time, I think we're kind of tryharding, although I think Tyler's experimenting with farms, and I'm experimenting with loadouts. For this game, I brought Gwen, Boomerang, Wizard, and Alchemist. And not sure what Tyler brought, but I know at least one of the towers was farms. So let's begin. Again, if you're looking for more Battles 2 content, Tyler has more games that we play together that you probably won't see on this channel. So make sure to check out his channel if you're looking for some more Battles 2 fix. So yeah, that being said, this is probably my first time trying out this loadout, Boomerang, Alch, Wizard. But it sounds like a pretty decent early to mid-game combo. Not sure about late game, but let's just see how this goes. So I'm starting with Gwen and an Alchemist just to defend the early Space Bloons descending. And you see there's his farm. So the thing is, starting with the farm immediately is kind of sketch because, you know, you can start sending Bloons out on round 1. So if you go for a farm first, you kind of don't have enough money to counter rush your opponent or pressure your opponent alongside getting defense to defend, well, the Space Bloons I'm sending. Anyways, because he's farming, he doesn't need to care about going for the efficient eco or the grouped eco. So he's just rushing me with a bunch of space pinks. And they're actually not very spaced in this game. They were way more spaced in Battles 1. So as you see, I went down to 46 lives. He even Bloon boosted that to take even more off of me. So really bad start. But again, this is my first time trying out this strategy. So I wasn't sure what to do early game. So instead I went for a glaive boomerang, and that barely allowed me to survive with 24 lives remaining. I think what I should have done was probably just save up. Don't go too hard at eco, but save up for the Ricochet, because Ricochet, it was good in Battles 1, it's probably good in Battles 2. If you get it, you probably save up until leads. I'm talking to 320, by the way. I think the attack speed is more important than going for the 302, getting 2 damage. Just because sometimes the glaive doesn't ricochet the way you want it to, so having it throw more glaives out might be beneficial to not leaking too many lives. So yeah, looking on over to Tyler's side, he's got Quincy, Boat, and now he's missing one more tower. Cannon Ship is pretty much solid in that spot. There's really not much that can get by him, as you can see there. I'm also pretty sure that's a 030 cannon. I have noticed, I've played with Tyler a lot already, and I've noticed that he loves that 030 cannon. He doesn't cross-path it with top path, he goes for bottom for camo, which is an interesting choice because you miss out on the double shot, which is pretty huge, but I guess the big perk with the cannon ship is, like, you know, the cannons. And top path only gets you, well, faster firing cannons. The double shot only increases the amount of grapes and the dart itself. So I understand why he went that, in order to beef up his camo defense. So that being said, as you see it, I got a glaive, ricochet, and a wallfire. That's 100% overkill. And even with that, I still have 750 eco. So that just goes to show you how insane eco is in this game. At least, you know, starting off. Because the rounds last so long, you can just get so much eco up while also playing really safe in terms of your defense. Because no way in hell should I have this eco and that much defense. He's seeing out purples, which should be no problem, even if it kills the waff. Because you don't know if a purple hits the waff, it will completely die out until it spawns the next one. I also have noticed in this game that the wallfire doesn't have full uptime, so that probably means it's not a super reliable option, unless you're putting it in, like, a place where it can intersect 2 times, which it cannot on this map. Basically, all the upgrades in this game, the mechanics in this game, like, assume no monkey knowledge, and without monkey knowledge in BTD6, the wallfire doesn't have full uptime. Although it does, if you have the right monkey knowledge for it. So yeah, in terms of reliability, not very good there. So for round 12, I got a Shimmer. I got it ahead of time. Again, I'm playing really safe for really no reason whatsoever. But I guess because Tyler's going farms, that's the reason why I'm keeping more money in hand. Because he can basically all-out rush me at any time. And if I don't have enough, if I greed it too much and don't have enough eco or money on hand to defend a rush, then, well, that's GG for me. So here we go, Tyler's going for a little rush. It's actually just, okay. Grouped leads, a Riga ceramic, and a bunch of Riga rainbows. And I don't think I have to use any abilities at all. Nope. I just upgrade that to a 4th tier boomerang plus out buff, and yeah, it's an easy defense. Didn't even have to use Gwen ability. I guess Tyler underestimated how much money I had on hand. Or maybe just that making rushes just aren't very strong in this game. Because yeah, I really can't see anything that can get past my defense right now, like assuming I don't mess up. Speaking of which, I just sent a bunch of space or group rainbows at him. He used a Quincy speed boost and the monkey boost as well. You see, because the green swirls around the towers, and he survives. But yeah, generally when the other person is using farms, they're the one that's more aggressive, but sometimes, you know, if they're don't have enough defense up, it might be a good idea to send him a couple group balloons in order to just pressure him to buy more stuff. Also use more bigger rainbows, or just spaced group rainbows, and that caused him to force him to get a Hydra rocket pods up, and that is enough to defend, albeit losing quite a few lives in the process. Still, he survived, so that's really all that matters. Good job on that, but he had to waste a lot of money on that Dartling Gun. But yeah, interesting 3rd tower, because Dartling Gun, I feel like that's a late game tower. Like, early game, there's so much things better than a Hydra Rocket, while also being very much cheaper. Also, Tyler's sending out a Moab, so here's how I defend it. Turbocharge. Easy. I remember in Battles 1, Turbocharge being pretty darn good after, I think, getting several buffs to it. I think Turbocharge is probably going to be pretty meta in this one. Hold up. Fortified Mob coming up from Tyler. I sell the Turbocharge over there because I don't have the cooldown up, so I get a new one back there. And I'm gonna activate it right now, just to be sure I defend that rush. And, yep. Turns out to be a pretty easy defend. Those ceramics just got wiped by the wall fire and the 4-0 boomerang, by the way. So yeah, Tyler's crying. Rip to that rush. And now I'm setting another counter rush of my own. A couple space Moabs just to pressure him some more. Fast cooldown mobs now. And layering it with a bunch of group loons. And let's see if he defends it. He sold all his farms for that rush, I think. So even if he defends it, he won't have much money to send me a counter rush. And as you see, he dies. I think it was to the AI balloons. But either way, good game. On to the next one. This is the map Koru. It's a really hard map. I played this map with Tyler previously, and yeah, at that time I didn't realize how short the player sand balloons are. Like, look at those reds. That is the player sand balloons. So yeah, he gets first blood, but that doesn't matter because this game isn't going to round 40 anyways. At least I think. Also, same loadout because it worked last time, so why not try it until it fails? This time, I'm actually playing smart and not going too aggressive in my eco in order to get a Glaive Ricochet by, like, round 4. Because round 4 unlocks the Space Pinks. Or, again, I like to call it semi-group pinks because, like, they're so tightly packed together. How is that spaced, really? Like yeah, group Pierce Towers, strong Pierce Towers are going to be, just like Battles 1 are going to be very good in this game. You pretty much are never going to use single low Pierce Towers. Not very good at defending, but you see, got the Glaive Ricochet, so that will defend his yellow rush just fine, although I did lose a few lives in the process, but no biggie. Again, it's okay, even though you didn't go too much eco, or you didn't go too much in the early game because you went for a Ricochet earlier. You can make that up because, well, it can defend up to round 9, which I think is when leads come out. Although, even in that case, we have Gwendolyn, so Tyler, yet again, is going for a boat plus a farm combo. I'm not actually sure how good boats are on this map, because, like, the strong point of boats is that they can shoot on both sides, so you need to put it in a place where, well, it gets both sides. And while it does get both sides on this map, you see that the cannon ship gets those balloons leaking very late, so that's, well, sketch. Also, because I can't fully send out greens, because, like, if I spam the green sends, it won't be constant, because I'll run out of money. I'm just layering it in with, like, spaced blacks and spaced whites, and you see, it is getting a few lives off him. He's already at 55 lives. And you see, watch those, that little set of blacks I just got. Well, he got it with a cannon ship, but he might leak a few here. No, he's fine, he's fine. Oh, by the way, this is post-commentated. Didn't live commentate. Usually I do that, but for this one, I guess, it's nice to just switch it up a little bit. Granted, I probably will be live commentating most of my games in the future, because I will stream them. I haven't streamed in a while, but if you guys want to check me out when I stream Battles 2, then go to my Twitch, twitch.tv/btbisab. Link is always in the description of every video. That'll be the place to find even more Battles 2 content, because I'm pretty sure I can't upload everything I play on there. It's a little bit too much, or rather, I like to cut out or show just the best games, most exciting games on this channel. Nobody really likes to see like a round 6 death or something like that. So yeah, Aliens Rock down to 24 lives. That yellow rush, not even a rush, I'm just going for eco. Pretty much almost killed him. My eco this game is much lower because this map is short. So I don't know if how the like when the round starts in this game, is it like BT Battles 1 where if you anti-stall, aka both players kill the AI sent balloons as soon as the round stops spawning, whether or not that would speed up how fast the game progresses. It will help to, you know, have a timer in this game. But I get that there is really no space to put it. Well, actually on Steam. You can see it, I've seen a few people complain about the UI on Steam, just because that left panel on Aliens Rock side is pretty empty, so I guess you could use some stuff. Because yeah, they're pretty tiny buttons, like especially in the bottom right, like ticking, regrow, camo, and fortified. Yeah, I kind of wish those buttons were bigger. Also, I'm sending out a rush, well, not really rush, group zebras, forcing Aliens Rock to again boost, and again lose a few lives, down to 16 lives. Yeah, he's hanging on by a thread here. He's also using the same strategy, Dartling, Boat, Quincy. Actually, wait, he didn't even get Quincy. Wow, interesting choice. I don't think I talked about this yet, but I am actually kind of curious whether or not it is the right play to always start every game off with the hero, because I like doing that, because, you know, the earlier you get it, the higher level it's going to be at every point in the game. But on the other hand, they're kind of not super efficient. Like, you're spending $900 for Gwendolyn early game to do, like, what, 3 pierce per shot, when you could spend $900 on something else that could easily defend the first 2 rounds, no problemo, and then use that extra money to, well, eco harder. So maybe the right play to go for is to get your hero after you've got a decent early game defense. So, like, maybe I go for the Ricochet first, and then I go for hero after. But again, it is early, so that's just my speculation that about how the meta will go. I don't think the meta will require everyone starting with the hero, just because honestly they're not difference makers. I would say they help a lot in your defense, especially for the price you pay for them. But they're not strong enough to like completely change the tides. Although granted, once you get level 10 on them, the abilities are pretty useful. Quincy's Storm of Arrows, Gwendolyn's Firestorm, pretty solid. Also, it's round 18, so I'm anticipating a rush. I don't remember what happened this game, because it's been a few hours since we played it. But I think he sends us a rush very soon. Oh, there it is. He boosted, I think, Ceramics. And there's a Fortified Moab, but again, Turbocharge. Turbocharge does a lot of damage, guys. And I didn't even outbuff it. That's the crazy thing. Just one Turbocharge activated, easily defends that. And I sell it and then rebuy it, just in case he sends more rushes at me while my boost is down. So watch and see. This is the natural Moab, although I think I have to buy a Turbocharge for this. Oh, yeah, I have to anyways, because he sent out a BFB. So I might as well use it now to defend that AI balloon and the BFB. And I'm getting ready to outbuff it. And I think I defend it, right? I even use a Maul Press, yeah. Just to stall a little bit more. Bad news is that my Turbocharge is off cooldown, but that's okay. Wildfire OP. And then I give him the thumbs up. And Tyler didn't really go all in the rush, but I guess because he wasn't super confident if it was going to work or not. Again, I feel like mid-game rushes before round 26 DTs are pretty hard to get by if the person knows what they're doing. Not that I know what I'm doing, but I know a little more than day 1. Also, here's a giant rush that pretty much kills Tyler, I think. BFB and Moabs and a bunch of rainbows, yeah. Again, Boat and Dartling Gun, you need a lot, you know, to defend that, I feel like. GG. Now over onto the last game. This one's on Garden, and I'm not using the exact same strategy. I swapped out the Wizard for Submarine because I felt like it. I felt like shifting things up, because using the same loadout multiple games in a row gets kind of boring. But of course, it makes sense to do that if you want to practice / perfect the strategy. But I think subs can work just fine on this map. And just watch and see. Also this time, I am learning. I'm not using Gwendolyn first. I'm in fact going for an Alchemist, because that defends grouped reds easily, but he's actually not sending grouped reds. He's sending out Space Blues, which is a good choice, because I think he's farming. And on top of that, the Alchemist doesn't actually get all blue, so because of that, I have to get another sub up. Basically, right now, Ricochet is too expensive to afford, so I'm trying to bridge the gap with a 0-1-1 sub and an Alchemist. The thing is, the 0-1-1 sub is pretty expensive for how strong or how weak it is, how strong it is. I don't feel like it's all that strong, and you'll see in a bit. So, it can defend the Space Blues right now, but we'll just wait to see until round 3. I get the Boomerang ready, because I'm going to get up a 3-0-0 soon anyways. In the meantime, his 0-2-0 boat is defending just fine. Again, he's always going for just straight cannon ship, not bothering with cross-pathing. And here's the patented round 3 boosted Yellow Rush, and I stole both towers to get a Ricochet, but it is not perfect. Again, it's not as like the Ricochet doesn't bounce the way he wanted to. Also, the statue is cock blocking my Boomerang. That isn't costing us lives, luckily, but it definitely will later on if that's gonna happen and he sends a stronger rush. So I have to waste money early on just to move the statue. Again, if I had known it was gonna cock block it, I even tried changing the hands, like change the left-handed. It was still cock blocking it for a few shots, so I just got rid of it instead of having to replace the Boomerang all over again. No biggie, only $500. How much can it really do? Especially when Tyler's farming. And again, I feel like farms, I don't know if they're underpowered, but for the fact that you have to give up a tower slot, and as you saw, Tyler had a hard time defending with only a boat and a Dartling gun. I feel like farms have to make a lot more in order to be worth using. On top of that, I think mid-game rushes have to be even more profitable to make farms worth it, because if the only strong rushes are like DDTs and bads, then why not just go for an alternate source of eco like Sniper, where you can also use it to defend late game, unlike farms that do. Can't defend a single red balloon, sadly. So yeah, not a lot going on at the moment. I'm trying to send some whites layered under yellows just to see if we get past the cannon ship, but nah, he's just fine. He's got Quincy now. He's got the extra grape shot, and he's gonna be big chillin'. As for me, I'm getting ready for the leads. I don't need to really outbuff the Boomerang, but actually, these Space Blacks, again, aren't they grouped? They look so grouped to me. I feel like that's wrong, but I'm not gonna complain. But as you see, this Ricochet is not shooting the right places, even at a 3-2-0. That's causing me to lose lives, and what I'm gonna do about it? Well, I'm gonna jog Gwen's Cocktail, and I'm gonna get a Reactor sub ready. Saving up some money in the process, got 874 eco on round 9. That's okay, I guess. Yeah, he's sending out zebras now, so I needed to get that submarine. And there's the 420 for leads as well. And now I think I'm pretty much safe until ceramics. I think the reactor can defend pretty much any rush that comes at us, especially if it has as much pierce as it does in BTD6. Sending out a few lads to see if it gets past them at all, and some group blacks. Oh yeah, cannons can't pop black balloon, so this could be a problem. But nah, he's pretty much fine. Pretty much fine. But yeah, look at his eco. Is that a good amount of farms for round 12, I feel like? Not really, although I know he sent a lot of balloons out himself, so he probably doesn't have like 250 eco. In Battles 1, a lot of farm strategies involve just not really sending eco, so you'd have like 300 on round 10, something like that, while having a majority of incoming farms. But I bet right now he has like 500, 600, and I don't think those 320 farms are enough to offset, well, the 1.2 eco I have, on top of the extra tower slot. Also, round 14 tier, he can send out ceramics now. It's interesting that, hold on, Rigo Ceramic Rush, but, again, it's just space cerams, so it's very easy. I feel like cerams are the only rush in this game that's actually spaced evenly, unlike the early rushes. But yeah, Airburst defense at 5. What I was about to say was that it's interesting that Riga Rainbows, Brood Riga Rainbows, and Space Cerams come out in the same round, round 14. Before it was split out round 13 for BTD Battles 1, and then round 15 for the Ceramics. I wonder if it would help. Oh, hold on. Tyler almost died to that rush. That wasn't even a rush. I just sent a couple of zebras out just to see if it would pressure him or anything, and it caused him to boost, so cool. Yeah, I feel like it would help farms, or just lower eco in general, if some stronger rushes were able to be sent earlier, so like Riga Rainbows are rounded to earlier. think that'll make things interesting because, like, yeah, the fact that you make more money faster, and the fact that towers overall, there's so much more tower choices in this game than BT Battles 1. I think all that together means there's just so many more options to defend Ring of Rainbows versus how it was in Battles 1. But again, that is just me. I think what's also interesting is that between round 14 and 18, you don't really get any new Bloons ends. You only get the cerams to turn from space to group, so I think those rounds are like the rounds where the eco just kind of goes haywire. I think maybe it'd be nice to, again, maybe move the Moab coming out one round earlier. But that's just me. I'm getting ready for, in case he sends a Moab out. I got that Intel Sub, I got an Alk ready if I need to upgrade it to an Alk buff, and I got enough money for a turbocharge too. See that 7k I've saved up? Give him a thumbs up. Wonder if he's gonna rush me. He's got 6 3-0 farms now. That's quite a bit. Granted, he used up a lot of his tower space with those farms. I'm setting him up just to test the waters, but cannon ship OP, and that sniper too. I think he's got a, yeah, he's got a 024, so that's gonna be easy to defend by him. Waste of 1.2k for me, but I just want to test the waters. In fact, I think I caused him. I forced him to upgrade that sniper, so maybe it was worth. Probably not though. Anyways, I'm just dropping a bunch of boomerangs around the map. Again, just to help make micro easier whenever I need to. Round 20's here, and he's sending out a rush. What is this? Fortified BFB? Well, it's slow, so no problem. I got plenty of time to make money with my 2.3k eco. And what do I get? Well, I upgrade to an Alk buff triple guns and Alk buff AP darts on strong. And I'm gonna outbuff pretty much everything. I'm gonna even go for a Maul Press. Maul Press is good, guys. When you don't have ninjas, you can just use these to slow down your Mob class Bloon rush that's coming at ya. I also have a turbocharge active to defend the grouped BFB insides, and I'm gonna make sure I have another one up whenever that turbocharge runs out. You see that? Buy resell action. Going pretty well so far. This is, yeah, I think, isn't it 5k for a fortified BFB? He sounded like 6, so that cost him $30,000. Holy. He's, yeah, he sold so many of his farms for that. That was basically an all-in rush on round 20 right there. And as you see, it's just too easy to defend, man. Too easy. I'm gonna send it to ZMG now, and I'm pretty sure he has no chance to beat it. Or his only chance of winning this point is rushing me. But given that he spent 30k on that rush, there is not really a much better of rush he can send at me. I'm gonna send out Ring of Rainbows just to kill him faster. But he still has a boost, and a sniper, and cannon ships. So surprisingly, those towers plus boost is enough to defend. How many Ring of Rainbows was that? I don't know. Probably like 50 or so. And he's going in for his yeah, last ditch effort rush. Couple of fortified BPs, but this is less than before, so should be no problem to me, right? If I lose here, that would be the most embarrassing loss of all time. But let's see how I defend it. Well, I'm just staggering turbocharge abilities like I did before. And I don't even have a more press. Also, he's gonna die to AI balloons if he doesn't get something. And there it is. There's a death. I probably would defend that BFB rush anyways. But yeah, good games all around. Again, a lot of these games are experimental, so don't put too much weight into who won or lost these games. I see a lot of people obsessed over that, and that's kind of weird considering, well, the game literally just came out, and we're all trying to learn all together. So yeah, I hope you guys learned a thing or two. I think boomerangs, after playing this, I think I'm definitely gonna rock more boomerangs until I find something that works even better for the early to mid game. If you have any thoughts on this video, then just let me know in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe for more Battles 2 gameplay, and follow my stream for live content of that. See you guys in the next video.